Sri Akal. This is a GemArts Dhol workshop with myself, Rosh, and in this video I'm going to be demonstrating how you can perform the Dhol drum. During this video I'm going to be saying some words or phrases in Punjabi, and I'll also be using the language of the Dhol drum so that you can get involved and learn how to play those simple rhythms on the Dhol drum. Let's all now start by introducing ourselves in Punjabi. Before we introduce ourselves, we need to know how to say hello. And the formal greeting in Punjabi is 3 words. You join your hands together and say Sat Sri Akal. Can you try that? Sat Sri Akal. We'll go one more time. Sat Sri Akal. Now, at the moment, those words are separate, but we need to join those words together so that it sounds a bit more casual. So let's try this and bring the words together. Sat Sri Akal. Can you try and join them up? Sat Sri Akal. And we'll go one more time. Sat Sri Akal. Excellent. Okay, now that we've said hello and we've greeted another person in the language of Punjabi, this time we want to say what our name is. So to say that, we'll obviously use our name, but we'll start off with Mera na hai Rosh. So that's my name. Can you try and introduce yourself to somebody else by starting off with Mera na hai? My name is. Mera na hai Rosh. You try. Excellent. Now that you've said hello and you've introduced yourself, you can go on by asking the person how they are. And you can use the words Tuhada Ki Haal Hai. How are you? Would you like to try? Tuhada Ki Haal Hai. मैं ठीक हाँ. I am fine. मैं ठीक हाँ. Why don't you give that a try? You can start by saying Sat Sri Akal. मेरा नाम है. तुहाडा की हाल है. मैं ठीक हाँ. And then you can return the question by saying Tuhada Ki Haal Hai. How are you? Main theek haan. Now, to finalize that and to say thank you, you can use the words Dhanwad. And again, you'll notice that I put my hands together as a formal way of just saying thank you. You can just say Dhanwad. You should now take a moment to pause this video and try that out on another person in the room. Excellent. Now, this language that you're learning right now is called Punjabi. It comes from the region of Punjab, which is in North India. You may be wondering how I know how to speak the language of Punjabi. And that is because my grandparents moved from Punjab when they were just young, around the 1940s to 1950s. They arrived in the UK and then they settled and they started a family of their own. When they moved, they obviously brought the language with them, as well as being able to speak a little bit of English. They didn't want their families to forget their roots. And when I say their roots, it means where they come from. Just like a tree would root from the ground, that is what I mean by roots, not forgetting where you're coming from. So my parents learned how to speak Punjabi in the house. I learned how to speak Punjabi in the house. And I will pass that tradition on by teaching my son how to speak Punjabi in the house as well. There are lots of families around the UK who speak Punjabi. There are lots of families around the whole world who know how to speak Punjabi. So this is a brilliant way for you to learn how to interact with other people from other cultures who can speak Punjabi. Before I teach you a little bit how to play the dhol, I want to tell you a little bit about me. I was born in the northeast. I'm a music teacher in a school and I'm a musician as well. That means I get to perform at lots of different events, meet lots of different people, and I get to teach people how to play lots of different instruments as well. I hope you enjoy this and good luck. Okay, here we are in front of the dhol drum. Now this is a very famous percussion instrument that comes from India. Can you guess where this drum became famous? If you said Punjab, then you're absolutely correct. Now the reason that this drum is so important and famous in Punjab is because when it's performed, it's got lots of energy and it makes people want to sing and dance. It's always used for a celebration. And when farmers have a really good harvest, they would come out with a dhol and there would be people singing and there would be people dancing and having a good time, just enjoying themselves. Right, now we're going to look at how we can perform some simple dhol rhythms. First, we're going to start off by speaking those rhythms. The word in Punjabi for speaking is bol. Can you say bol? Bol. Now, we're going to use some different bols for when we perform the dhol. We're going to start off by using the bol dha. Can you say dha? Dha. We're going to use the bol ge. Can you try ge? Ge. Ge. Excellent. The final bol that we're going to try is na. Can you say na? Na. Na. Okay, to recap, we have dha, ge, na. Excellent. Okay, now we know some bols. Let's try and put some of those together in a sequence. We'll start off nice and simple and we'll just use two of the bols. We'll use ge and na. We'll use ge, ge, na, na. Can you try? Ge, ge, na, na. Excellent. We'll do that one more time and then we'll make it a little bit harder. Ge, ge, na, na. Ge, ge, na, na. Excellent. Well done. Okay, let's make this a little bit longer, but this time we'll try to introduce into it dha. Okay, we'll use dha, ge, na, na. Can you try? Dha, ge, na, na. We'll go one more time. Dha, ge, na, na. Excellent. So now we are learning the language of the dhol drum by using bols. Now, how do we put this onto the drum? First, we're going to start by using our hands before we get to the drum. Our right hand is going to be na. Left hand, ge. Both hands, dha. So we've got na, ge, dha. For this exercise, I want us to use just your legs. You can tap straight down, or if you want to get in the style of the dhol, then you can play it to the sides. Because when we strike the dhol, we strike to the sides. So let's go. Let's try the first exercise that we tried earlier. Ge, ge, na, na. Ge, ge, na, na. Left, left, right, right. Okay, I want to speed this up a little bit and I'm going to say ge, ge, na, na 4 times, but without any gap in between, so that we start to get some rhythm. Ge, ge, na, na. Ge, ge, na, na. Ge, ge, na, na. Ge, ge, na, na. You try. Start off by saying ge ge na na 4 times and then immediately try to play it. If you think that's quite easy, then why not try to say and play at the same time? You can pause the video there and try and say and play ge ge na na 4 times. Well done. This time we're going to make it a little bit more difficult and we're going to try to add dha with both hands. Okay, so we'll start off simple again. We'll go dha ge na na, dha ge na na, dha ge na na, dha ge na na. I'm going to speed it up now a little bit to make this sound quite rhythmic again. I would like you to try and follow along this time, along with how I'm playing it. I'm going to say dha ge na na 4 times and then immediately after saying it, I'm going to start playing it. Here we go. Dha ge na na, dha ge na na, dha ge na na, dha ge na na. Was that a little bit more difficult? Or was that still quite easy? I will let you pause the video there and try dha ge na na. You can just play it once or you can play it 4 times like I just did. And if that's too easy, then you can say it and play it at the same time. Please pause the video there. Okay, the next exercise that I'm going to be teaching you is called the jal. Can you say jal? Jal. Okay, the jal is an 8-beat cycle that is played on the dhol drum. 8 beats in Punjabi can be translated to 8 matra. Can you say 8 matra? 8 beats. 8 matra. Well done. Here are the bols for the jal. Dha, na, 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 dha, dha, na. Let's try and use our hands. We'll say the bols of the jal and then we'll try and play it on our legs. Here we go, nice and slowly. Dha, na, 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 dha, dha, na. 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 Okay, this time we're going to speed it up a little bit and we're going to play the jal bols 4 times without stopping. It's going to sound like this. Dha na 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 da dha na, dha na 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 da dha na, dha na 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 da dha na, dha na 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 da dha na. You can pause the video there and try to play the jal. Well done on performing the jal. Now in the room, if there was anyone who performed it really well and you enjoyed that performance and you thought wow, then instead of saying wow, in Punjabi the word for wow is wah. You could say it to them after they've performed, if it's really impressive, wah. Can you try saying wah? Wah means wow, and you're really impressed. The next time someone performs one of these rhythms really well, you can say wah. As well as saying wah, you could also say kya baat hai. Kya baat hai means what can I say? So if you're really, really mesmerized and you have no words to say for how good somebody performed, you could say kya baat hai. You try. Kya baat hai? What can I say? So next time someone performs and it's blown you away and you don't know what to say, you could say, Kya baat hai? Wah. Now that you know the language of the dhol and you can speak some of the bols, I want to show you how you can take those bols and you can perform them on something that may look like the dhol if you don't have the dhol. Now the dhol is quite big and it's got two sides and they're flat. So you could get perhaps two chairs and bring them together where you'll have a flat surface on both sides. If you don't have that, you don't have a lot of chairs around, you can continue just to use your legs. We beat the drum with sticks. We have a thin stick here called dilli. Can you say it? Dilli. Dilli. We have a bigger stick called daga. Can you say it? Daga. Daga. Dilli, daga. Now, you could use, for this, you could use a straw, you could use a skewer, and really accessible, I can use this. I just use a pen sometimes, and I can walk around and I can practice on my legs by just using the pen. So we'll put that down, just getting a pen, and I'm just going to use my legs. Can't feel it, it's very gentle, just use the pen. Instead of the daga, if you have a drumstick, you can use a drumstick. You can use a wooden spoon, that's quite good, or you can use an ordinary spoon, the back of a spoon if you like. But if you don't want that heavy stick, if you don't want something to beat against your leg, for example, that is heavy, then you can just use your hand, because you can control how hard or softly you're hitting against your leg, so that you're not hurting yourself. Okay, so we'll just use our hand, and I've got a pen. Na, ge, dha. You try and find some materials in your room that you can, that would resemble the dilli. So I just have a pen, you may be able to get access to a pen, and then just use your hand. For the next part of the demonstration, we're going to bring the language of the dhol and what you know about sitting down and playing on your legs. We're going to now bring this to the dhol. But I would like you to participate in this by taking a seat and performing on your legs, or if you have the two chairs set up with some alternative sticks, I would like you to perform on that while I perform on the dhol. You'll be able to hear how the dhol sounds against how you are playing. So we're going to use the same exercises. We'll start off nice and simple and we'll play ge, ge, na, na. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Ge, ge, na, na. Ge, ge, na, na. Ge, ge, na, na. Ge, ge, na, na. We'll go a little bit quicker than that this time. Ge, ge, na, na, ge, ge, na, na. Ge, ge, na, na, ge, ge, na, na. This time we're going to try dha, ge, na, na. We'll do that 4 times. Dha, ge, na, na. Dha, ge, na, na. Dha, ge, na, na. Dha, ge, na, na. Excellent. We'll speed that up now a little bit. Here we go. Dhage nana, dhage nana, dhage nana, dhage nana. Feel free to pause the video there if you would like to try this and get better at playing at a faster speed. Finally, we're going to try and now play Jal. Can you remember how many beats are in the Jal? 8 beats. Excellent, well done if you got that answer correct. Can you remember how to say 8 beats in Punjabi? At matra. Excellent if you got that correct. At matra. Here we go. We will play the Jal at slow speed first. Dha na 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 na, dha dha na. 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 This time we're going to speed it up and we're going to play the Jal as if we're playing for a celebration. Dha na 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 na, dha dha na, dha na 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 na, dha dha na, dha na 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 na, dha dha na, dha na 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 na, dha dha na. Again, you can pause the video there and try to play the Jal at a faster speed. Well done! I hope that there were some amazing performances that you just heard now. Was anyone so good that you had to say, what? Did anybody say, kya baat hai? If not, you can continue practicing to see if there are any moments where you can say, wah, kya baat hai? I would like to say well done to everybody for participating in this workshop so far. I just wanted to pause from the Dhol for a moment to check to see what you remember. Do you remember how to greet in Punjabi? Sri Akal. Well done. Do you remember how to say, my name is? Mera na hai. Rosh. Well done. Can you remember how to say, how are you? Tuhada Ki Haal Hai. Main Teek haan. I am fine. And return. Tuhada Ki Haal Hai. Main Teek haan. Dhanwad. I am fine, thanks. Well done. Keep using that and keep practicing. Just getting used to greeting in Punjabi, saying what your name is, and asking how the other person is. Can you also remember some language of the Dhol? Can you remember what the meaning of bol is? Bol means to speak, and those are the spoken syllables of the Dhol drum. Can we remember what at matra means? At matra means 8 beats. And specifically, what was the name of the 8-beat cycle? The Jal. Well done. Finally, I would like to leave you all with a performance from myself. I will include the Jal so you can play along with the Jal, but after the Jal I might include some other beat cycles as well. All of the beat cycles that I'll play are going to be in 8 matra, 8 beats. You can count along with this performance by using your fingers to count. You can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dha, na, 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 dha, dha, na. And all of the cycles will follow the 8 beats. If the performance is really good at the end, you could say wa. You could also say kya baat hai. Well done. If you enjoyed this performance, then why not finish off with saying wa or kya baat hai. I hope you enjoy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On behalf of GemArts, I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you for participating in this Dhol workshop. And I would also like to congratulate each and every one of you by saying the Punjabi word for congratulations, which is vadhaiyan. Can you try? Vadhaiyan. Vadhaiyan. Thank you all again for participating. I hope you enjoyed it, you learned a new language, and that you have learned a new skill. Keep practicing both. I would like to now say thank you to all of you again, but this time in Punjabi. Dhanwad. To say goodbye in Punjabi, we use the same greeting as we do when we say hello, which is Sri Akal. So to you all, Dhanwad, Sri Akal.